what you've just listened to is called a major scale. And the major scale in music is the basis for melody and harmony. In other words, music would not be possible without the major scale. So it really forms a basis of music in terms of the pitch, because music is pitch and rhythm. But without pitch, there would be no music. So first of all, let's just go back to the piano keyboard. Remember we said that there are groups of 2 and 3 black notes. And in between the 2 black notes, you'll find the D. And then we just carry on with the alphabet. Then we also said that there's no semitones, or rather no black notes between E and F and B and C. So no black note between E and F and B and C. If I would go from C to D, I would just count C and then the black note, which is either called C sharp or D flat, remember, D. So I would just count 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Look, from D to E is the same. 1, 2, 3. But look at this. From E to F is only 2 steps. 1, 2. Then from F to G again 3. 1, 2, 3. G to A 3. G, G sharp or A flat A. 1, 2, 3. Same here. 1, 2, 3. And then we get again to B and C, and there's no black note in between, so we just count 1, 2. So the moment we count 3 steps, it's called a tone. When we count 2 steps, let me just put a space there, it's called a semitone. Now if you look at this diagram of mine here again, you'll find I've already marked it out like that. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So just to summarize, E and F and B and C are semitones. Alright, so from C to D is a tone, D to E is a tone, E to F semitone, F to G is a tone, G to A is a tone, and A to B is a tone. And again, from B to C, semitone. So that's what you need to remember. Now, we're going to use this to help us understand the major scale, the one that I've just played to you. And those were the notes on the white notes. So I was playing C, then D, then E, then F, then G, then A, then B, and back to C an octave higher. So those two are octaves apart. In other words, if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the word octa means 8. Alright, now if I would just write down these notes on the white notes, you'll see that I've written E and F and B and C next to each other because there's no black note between those two. So I would end up with this formula: tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. And that's very important because that actually becomes the formula for any major scale. Now let's just number these notes. That'll be, C would be number 1, number 2, number 3, 4. You see 3 and 4 are next to each other. 5, 6, 7, and back to 1 because C is 1 again. Alright, so we can then say the following. There are semitones between 3 and 4 and 7 and 1. This is very important. Oh, this made a decimal here, but you still understand what I mean. Semitones between 3 and 4 and 7 and 1. Now, armed with that knowledge, we can actually go and find out how to work out major scales in another key other than C major. So let's just try the key of, let's say, F. Alright? So the key of C started and ended on C. So F would then obviously start and end on F. So F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now watch this. We've just said that this is actually a rule. Semitones between 3 and 4 and 7 and 1. Remember that? Now let's just number F major as well. 1, 2, 3. Then we expect a semitone. 4, 5, 6, 7, and another semitone. Now let's just see if it's true. Let's just see from F to G. F to G, how far is that? 1, 2, 3. Therefore that's a tone. So that's correct. You agree? Then G to A, 1, 2, 3. So that should be a tone from G to A. Do you agree? Now, A to B is supposed to be a semitone because that's number 3 and 4. So let's just count from A to B. 1, 2, 3. Now, that's a problem because we expected to have 2. So let's just count 2. Instead of counting 1, 2, 3, we're going to count 1, 2. Now, what's this note's name here? It's either called A sharp or B flat. Alright, so what are we going to call it? A sharp or B flat? Well, we're going to call this B flat. And the reason for that is, B flat. The reason for that is, if I would call it A sharp, I would have a weird alphabet. F, G, A sharp, C, instead of F, G, A, B flat, C. Now, let's just go and see. From B flat to C, 1, 2, 3, because that's B flat. 1, 2, 3. So that's true. From B flat to C again is a tone. And that's what we want. From C to D, we also want a tone. So 1, 2, 3. And from D to E, we also want a tone. 1, 2, 3. But from E to F, we want a semitone. Let's see if it's true. 1, 2. That is true. Let me just fix this spacing here. There we go. Now I will find that from F to G is a tone from 1 to 2. From G to A is a tone from 2 to 3. From A to B flat is a semitone because that's 3 and 4. From B flat to C is a tone because if this is B flat, 1, 2, 3. And then from C to D is another tone, 1, 2, 3. And last but not least, E to F, another semitone.